Let me be very clear. I have nothing to hide as it relates to how I've run the agency for the past 16 months. I'm not afraid to admit that there's been a learning process, and when Congress or independent bodies of oversight find fault in our decision-making, I want to correct that and ensure that it does not happen again. Ultimately, as the administrator of the EPA, the responsibility for identifying and making changes necessary rests with me and no one else. With that being said, facts are facts and fiction is fiction. And a lie doesn't become truth just because it appears on the front page of the newspaper.
I'm confident that these investigations will affirm what I've come to believe is true, that you are unfit to hold public office and undeserving of the public trust. And I don't say those words, because I particularly dislike you or hold you in ill repute. I just think that every indication we have is that you really should resign, and you are undeserving of the public trust. It has been reported that at least 5 EPA employees were recently reassigned, demoted, or otherwise retaliated against after they raised concerns about your spending. Is that correct, yes or no?
I don't ever recall a conversation to that end.
I'll take that as a yes. You removed the head of the EPA office that found that you did not face direct death threats. Has it always been your practice to fire people who disagree with you?
Mr. Congressman, the Inspector General himself has noted that the threats against me are unprecedented
yes or no, so
with respect to the quantity and the type of threats, and is on the record saying so.
You're not taking responsibility for the $43,000 that was spent in your office. You're saying that staff did it without your knowledge?
Career individuals at the agency took that process through and signed off on it all the way through.
Okay, so you were not involved in that?
I was not involved in the approval of the $43,000, and if I'd known about it, Congressman, I would have refused it.
Based on your record, should the public trust your decision-making here with the hypocrisies that would exist in the system you defined?
This is actually a support of transparency for all rulemaking at the agency. This is not an individual decision that is made by the administrator. This is programmatic offices making decisions on rules that are based upon transparent science.
Sir, I think this boils down to an issue of trust. And you've developed a system where you're picking winners and losers. We pit the public against the industry, or you're picking favorites within the industry. And I think there is a hypocritical outcome to it all.